Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The 49er offense coming out here for the first time, led by their quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo, 5th season with the 49ers, 8th overall in the National Football League.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Garoppolo now. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the time.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, and he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big...
Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jordan Brooks drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. So here are the Seahawks now with a long field in front of them. They're led out by their 3rd-year quarterback from Missouri, Drew Lock. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 13 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. On play action, Locke. Rolling to his left. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Locke now on first down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 76 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 57 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to him early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top. We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. A beautiful fake. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he's taken down inside the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Locke. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw it is Locke. Touchdown! It's complete. Will Dissly, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come right.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing. Because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They fake the handoff, now Locke. Rolling to his right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Drew Locke, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jet sweep. Garoppolo taps it forward. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
On first down, Garoppolo. And this one. Clock now on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DJ Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Locke to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A carry here for Hunt. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Block now to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown Seahawks. Adrian Peterson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our 2nd half blowout material. Bulldozes past him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, you might want to get out of the way.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, Mostert. And down he'll go at the 25.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Now Mostert. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That's on the guard, Lakin Tomlinson. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And there are really very few fullbacks in the NFL today that get used as weapons in the passing game. But Kyle Juszczyk, definitely one of them. Part of the reason he's been a Pro Bowler 5 years in a row. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Mostert. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20. The best rivalries of, let's say, the 21st century.
I'm so glad you phrased it that way because we look back on some of the best rivalries in the NFL. We're talking about traditional rivalries like Bears-Packers. But here in the 21st century, It's hard to beat Seahawks and Niners because when they get together, you're often playing for division titles, positioning in the playoffs, and chasing the Super Bowl. Similar to Ravens and Steelers, two of the best rivalries in the NFL. That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he will find his man, Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone. It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed. Now goal for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach? Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway, 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage. They'll run with Peterson. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time. As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Peterson. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They run for it with Hunt, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Hunt is unable to get in on 4th and goal, and this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here, and he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. You know, daytime, he's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in, he was able to get out there quick and fire away.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. 2nd down and 8. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 2nd down now, it's Mitchell, and that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's James. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Garoppolo on 1st down. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's a 2nd down. Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now. Garoppolo's throw on target to James. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. From the 36, Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Rams who are out in front as those teams approach halftime. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Jameis Winston, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Devontae Adams, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching, it's been Drew Lock with a strong first half. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, and he has run for another. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They hand it off to Mostert. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it. And
that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the 1st down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants a football in his hands. He's had a good day. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Let's go.
On the delay, here's Hunt. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Oh, here Lockett with a chance to run it. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo over the middle, complete. That's James. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive with Peterson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Hunt. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They try to...
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown error on the game's final play. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And the kick is good, but obviously it won't matter as they're going to go down in defeat here. This one's over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still all for naught, really. Yeah,
I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, thing was done.